Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for liking it. Thank you. Thank you. Please, when you're coming on board, try to like. Please help us to tell people, help us to share. Today's class is going to be interesting. Help us to share. Help us to share. Help us to share. Because I'm trying to share on our school page. Good afternoon. If you're on board, please help us to like. Help us to like and drop comments. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you, sir. Thank you. 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 Let's just take 2 minutes to wait for some of our students to be on board. Just prepare myself for. You're welcome on board. If you're watching us, help us to like and make sure you subscribe. If you're watching us, subscribe. We are starting up in a minute time. In just a minute, we are starting up. In just a minute, we are starting. We are starting. We are starting on YouTube Live. We are starting. Thank you. If you are joining us, please help us to like. If you're joining, there's a like button down. Help us to like. Please help us to like and drop comments so that we'll know who are online, who is watching us. We'll know those that are watching us. Please help us to drop comment. Post to drop comment. Post to drop comment. Help us to drop comment. Help us to drop comments. Help us to drop comments. You can also join us by subscribing on our page from YouTube, or join us from Facebook. Also, we are live on Facebook. Also, you can join us by clicking the YouTube channel, the YouTube link. Please, if you're joining us, help us to like and drop comments. Let's know who is on board. Let us know who are online. Yeah, I think we'll be good to go. Without wasting time, today we are going to have just revision class, and I was expecting to have more of our students online because of some likely question which we are going to treat here. But in the absence of some students, we have to keep going without wasting time, because time is not on our side. So I think we need to go on now. Please, if you have any question on board from the student, because this is mainly for those students online, and if you are not a student, you have to just follow us up and listen to what we are trying to do and see if you can click to it. But if you have any other question you want to ask, you can call in on 620-586-038, the number on the screen board. You can call in, and again, you can drop your comment also on comment box and live chats box. You can drop your question, any question you want to ask, you can drop it also there, so that we can be able to attend to them. But mainly the forum is meant for our students because of those tests we did during the week, and we're using this forum to be able to explain and tackle some of the questions which they have a counter and they need to explanation to get it clear. So I think like I always do before I start, let me just try to run one of the topic we did last week in our class, and before we open room for the question. So I said, if you're joining us, please try to drop comment on the comment box, and try to like. There's a like button. Don't watch us without subscribing. Subscribe to our page and like, so that you can always get our video without even, you might not even, if you don't want to get our video frequent, you might not even click the notification button. But try to subscribe and try to like and drop comment for us to know who and who. Most especially my students, I want to always know who are online, so that I can be able to get it. In the last class, I explained what is all about this psychophysical condition of a driver. Psychophysical condition of a driver. When we say the psychophysical condition of a driver, we're talking about the states of that driver, the state of that. Good afternoon, Mr. Oscar. Good afternoon, Mr. Monday. Good afternoon, King Solo. Thank you for joining us now. And those that couldn't, thank you, Mr. George. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you. So if I can't see, if you don't drop comment, I will not know who are on board. So please help us to like. There's a like button. Like every video you watch. Like every video. Thank you, Madam Midred. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you very much. So let me just try to use this 5 minutes to just explain the basic thing which we did last week on the theory, which happens to be the psychophysical condition of the driver, which is chapter 10 of our book. I explain most times students, they have problem with when we talk about the reaction, the time of reaction, the braking distance, the stopping distance, and the reaction distance. And here I'm going to explain this clearly to us. Now, what are we talking about? Remember that when we talk about the psychophysical condition of a driver, it's very, very important for a driver to be on a stable, on a kind of healthy mood that will be good for your driving. And there are some factors that stops the driving, that affect driving in one way or the other. What are the factors? Factors like fatigue, drowsiness, which is sleepiness. We have the loss of focus. We have the alcohol. We have the drug. We have the illness and some of the medication you take. Also, we have the state of mind. We have the excessive heat in the cockpit of the vehicle. Your age also becomes factor sometimes when somebody is above the age which it can be vibrant. So when we talk about the capacity, your capacity, all these things that affect your capacity. What happened? Your capacity is your ability. Your ability is your strength. Thank you for dropping the test. I will come there now. Your capacity, listen to me very well, please. Your capacity is your strength, and your strength is your ability. So when they say your reaction ability, they're talking about the reaction capacity, and they're talking about the reaction strength. So when all these factors I mentioned before affect you, they reduce your strength. What do they reduce? They reduce your reaction capacity, which means your strength is lower. When you are tired, your strength is lower. So in exam, if you are asked, what is the relationship of fatigue with your reaction capacity? It makes your capacity to reduce, decrease. Now, and when we talk about the reaction time, that is the time in which you react. What did you react to? You react to an obstacle. Remember that you're a driver and you're driving and an obstacle comes your way. You tend to react to that obstacle. So your time you react matters so much. So the time you react is very, very important. So which means the earlier you react, the better for you. Which means if your reaction time is 2 minutes, supposed to be 2 minutes, and you react lesser, it means that you are good. Which means your reaction time should always decrease for you to be good. But when your reaction time increases, it means that it is not right. It means that you are wasting time. You wasted time. So your reaction time increasing, it's a bad habit. It's dangerous for you. So reaction time increases in exam. No, it's very bad. Braking distance increases, very bad. Stopping distance increases, very bad. But when they decrease, means that you react earlier. You act earlier. So means that reaction time and braking distance should be reduced. So when they are reduced, it is better for you. So increasing it means it's not safe. Like now, what is braking distance? Braking distance is the distance you cover in meters from the time you start to apply the brake until the car stop. So when you waste time to apply your brake, it means that braking distance will increase. And when it increases, means that you are getting closer to the obstacle, which is more dangerous. So what you need to do in that area is that you have to react faster so that your braking distance will be lesser, will be decreased for it to be better. So I explained further and I told us that reaction time has something to do with reaction distance also, because the time you cover during the distance you cover during reaction time is called the reaction distance. I repeat, the distance you cover during the reaction time is called the reaction distance. Which one? And how can you prevent fatigue? You prevent fatigue by at least resting 30 minutes at every 2 hours or 200 kilometers. 2 hours or 200 kilometers, which means every journey that is 200 kilometers, every 200 kilometers you have to stop, or every 2 hours you have to stop to rest. Because if you don't rest, the fatigue increases. You must ventilate your vehicle. You must maintain a good temperature of between 20 to 23 degrees. 20 to 23 degrees is very, very important. The car shouldn't be too cold. It shouldn't be too hot for you. You must recognize the symptoms of a kind of muscular pain, headache when driving, moving around the seat, which is recreative kind of conduct. So it's called the kind of rhythmic tapping. So you have to be very careful when you are like getting distressed, getting tired on the seat, and you are moving yourself on that kind of thing. So it's part of symptoms, it's part of things you get. And again, you have to understand that there are some things that are distracting when driving. We have one that are internal and we have the external effect. Like now, we have those things in the vehicle that distract you, like radio, touching the GPS, the navigating system, or applying attention to the people in the vehicle, not concentrating on the roadway. There are internal things that affect, that distract you. Now, external things are things you watch outside that are, you get carried away with things that goes around you, and those kind of things can distract you, and distraction can invite accident. And how did you operate your GPS then? You operate your GPS before you start moving the vehicle. You don't touch GPS when you start driving. So it's very important. And how do you use your phone? You use your phone with an hand-free device, not with headphone, not with earpiece. It has to be an hand-free, and your communication shouldn't be more than 1.5 minutes, which is 1 minute, 30 seconds maximum. And we said we have alcohol. What is alcohol? Alcohol is a drug. I always tell people it's very simple, and it reacts differently on people. How does it go? Alcohol reacts differently and it affects people differently, not equal. You understand me? The negative effect of alcohol, even in small quantity, affect people differently. And how does it go? With age range, sometimes it affects. When somebody is less than 18 years, alcohol affect that person more. Like the same person who is above 65 years of age, who are the elderly ones. And again, alcohol affects sex, female more than male. Alcohol affects weight. When somebody is tiny than somebody who is fat. And how do you take alcohol matters sometimes. And sometimes people take alcohol and they said if you take some things like maybe bitter cola, or you take Red Bull, or you take chewing gum, you go with chewing gum, that those things will kind of erase the effect of alcohol on you. No, it's capital no. Alcohol, when it's in the body, it stays in the body. Those things, they only suppress what you are having, the experience you're feeling at that moment. So they don't cancel the effect of alcohol on you when you are asked to carry out tests. So we have two types of alcohol beverages. We have the distilled and we have the fermented one. In exam, which one stays longer in the body after taking them? Is the fermented one, like the vino, the red wine, the rum and all the stuff. They stay longer in the body. You can take them on Friday, and till Monday you are still under the influence of alcohol. So when you are taking them, you have to be very, very careful and understand how long they stay in the body. And the effect of alcohol, it affects your reaction time. It will always, because these are factors that affect you. So they affect your reaction time, they affect your concentration, they reduce your field of vision. Field of vision is how you see. Field of vision, that is tunnel effect, because tunnel effect, because dazzling sometimes to you, and the kind of your perception of speed and distance is like impaired. So you sometimes those alcohol make you to overestimate your ability in driving, and a regular drunkard will always have accident, which is very, very sure, which you need to understand that very clear. And again, we have the alcohol level. That is the amount of alcohol in the body. Alcohol level, it comes in exam. How do they measure it? They measure alcohol in the air that you breathe and in the blood that flows into your system. Now, the one in the blood is measured in gram per liter. And the one in the breath is measured with milligram per liter. Now, when they carry out the alcohol test with the help of the ethylometer or alcohol meter or breathalyzer, those are the three names for those things: breathalyzer, alcohol meter, or ethylometer, which I told you. And this, when you are asked to blow it, no matter how you pump the air or you hit chewing gum, it does not. To give them the results they need to hear. And when a result is given and you are positive to alcohol and you doubt there's something, they will ask you to carry out another second test, which is at the interval of 10 minutes. They ask an exam, at what interval can they carry out the second one? At the interval of 10 minutes. So which you have to understand very clear. And when you get this done, after the second one, they realize that you are positive again. That is when they can now go into the blood or the urine test, which are always the hospital, the doctor on the roadway with the help of the ambulance that comes to the scene. And remember that when you're positive, you pay for that. And that one would never be an error. When the result comes out, the result would never be an error. So how does it go? It is better you are on 0-0. The best alcohol, the best level for you is 0-0. That is the safest alcohol level, is 0 gram per liter in exam. Now, if the highest alcohol level is reached at 30 to 90 minutes, which is approximately of 1 hour. So when I take the last bottle gauge in me at the next 1 hour, I'm gauged. That is why when you see some people, they go into some restaurants and they take alcohol, they quickly enter their car, they start, because they know that between 90 to 90 minutes, 30 to 90 minutes, alcohol is. So in exam, you can see 30 to 90 minutes, or you see approximately 1 hour. So alcohol, generally, they have a level. Not that they didn't ask you not to drink, but they gave you a level, a limit, which you can be. Now, the limit for general, when they say general means for everybody, including bicycle rider and a pedestrian on the roadway who is involved in an accident. Now, the general is 20.25 milligram per liter in the breath and 0.5 gram per liter in the blood. Now, for professional drivers, or if you are less than 2 years with your new driver's license, you are under this 0.15 milligram per liter and 0.3 gram per liter in the blood. So that is how they control the alcohol for you. And we have different drugs. All these drugs, they causes increase in reaction time, and they have their effect on every driver on the roadway. So when you're using them, you know that they are. And remember, stress, depression, they are very wrong on you. And again, you have to understand that if you are like suffering some kind of illness, if the illness is not chronic, you can still acquire driver's license, because with some certainty, with some limitation. That is why when you go and do a medical test, they check you, and those things they detect are put in record, that when you carry out, maybe when you experience an accident in future, they go to your record and know that this person is this. But there are some things we call a kind of chronic illness. A chronic illness cannot secure a driver's license. What are the chronic illness? Somebody having a mental disorder, somebody is epilepsy, somebody is like not normal, that can, or a sickness that will make the person to be drowsy on the steering, or that kind of person cannot. Also, person is treating a kind of liver problem or some heart problem. That kind of person, automatically they will remove your license from you, and you are not meant to drive, even though if you've gotten one. But if you've not gotten one, automatically you will not be permitted to seek for exam and get your license. That is why they said you must go for medical test. The medical test is to state that you are healthy, you're physically healthy, psychologically healthy, to be able to possess a license, so that when you drive on the roadway, you will not endanger other road users. That is some of the terminology. That is all we need to know, the vision of the Psychophysical chapter 10. Now I go to today's class, which is, now my students are online. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you very much. Thank you, Yemi Abubakar, for coming on board. Now let me just take them one. Now they said new test 2. Somebody's taking this. New test 2. Is it 5 and 10 seconds? New test 2, number 2. New test 2, number 2. New test 2, number 2. Okay. On urban road, how often is it advisable to look at the rear view mirror? 5 seconds. In every 5 seconds. Yeah, 5 seconds. You have to be looking, because in practical, when you're doing practical and you are taken into a built-up area, the examinador at the back is watching how you look mirror. That's why I always tell people that you must watch your mirror. So within 5 seconds, you have to be watching mirror, because you are in a built-up area where cars are flowing, other users are on the roadway. So you must. That is it. Every 5 seconds. So 5 to 10, 5 to 10, 5 to 10. Very, very good. It's still, some textbooks say 5 to 10, but just know that 5, at least 5. Oh, somebody asks another question. If you are clear with your question, you can always stump up. Oh, somebody say, please, sir, test 6, number 2, number 6, number 2, test 6, test 6. Sorry, those tests are many, so I have to like test 2 of number 6, test 2 of number 6. No, test 6. Number 2. Test 6 number 2 says, what does this sign prohibit? What does the sign prohibit? What does it prohibit? That means, what does it forbidding? And in the sign, there's no parking, circular red, no parking with 1 to 15. So it prohibits no parking during the first fortnight. I told us in the last class that 1 to 15 is the first fortnight. 16 to 31st is the second fortnight. So I think that is clear. Number 6 of that same question. Number 6, test 6, number 6. Number 6 says, what does this traffic light indicate? The traffic light to enter the tunnel, to climb the bridge, is showing red. It means that it's temporarily forbidden to pass at that level, at that bridge. It's temporarily forbidden. Temporarily forbidden. That is it. It's forbidden. Number 20 of it. Number 20 of that same place. Number 20, test 6, number 20 says, can you overtake the cyclist in this situation? Can you overtake the cyclist? It's in a built-up area, and I know what you're looking at is the solid line, that separates the lane. When you're overtaking a cyclist, you can climb the solid line, the continuous line, no problem. So far, you are leaving 1.5 meters. You understand me? You must not be too close to this bicycle rider. So you have to leave at least 1.5 to be able to overtake them properly. You can climb the line, no problem. You have right to climb the line. You have right when you're overtaking them. So far, it's safer for you with the oncoming vehicle. Number 20. I think I answered that. I answered that for you. So the next person said, test 3, number 2. Test 3, number 2. Sorry. Test 3, number 2. Test 3, number 2. Just have to bring it out. Sorry. Test 3, number 2. Test 3, number 2 says, your vehicle consumes a lot of fuel. What should be the reason? I corrected this question that the tuning, you need to do tuning. The tuning is not shock absorber. You have to do tuning because tuning has to do with the fuel consumption also. Because when you tune rightly, the less you use lesser fuel. But when the car is not tuned rightly, it affects. If that means you didn't follow up the class very well last week, I corrected that question when one student called my attention to it. You understand me? Call my attention to it. So please, just correct it now. It's the tuning. It's tuning. Good. Number 18 of that same test, as you said. Number 18 of the same test. Number 18 says, sorry. Oh my God. Test 3, number 18. Wait. And test 3. Number 18. Test 3, number 18 say, if you're driving your car on a road for automobile, remember that the road for automobile, the maximum speed is 100 now, and you want to overtake another vehicle, what is the maximum speed you can drive at? Maximum speed of the roadway for automobile is 100. Now, I want to overtake. I can add 20 plus to the 100 in order to overtake, which is now 120. That's why the answer is 120. Are you clear? Please, if I answer your question and you are clear, please try to thumb up. Let me know. Try to thumb up. Let's know because so that I can be able to go to the next question. Please thumb up and let me get you clear. So the highway for automobile, the maximum speed is 100. Let me just show you the picture in the book. In the book, the highway for automobile. No, say no. Good. Let me show you. Very good. You see now? Good. The highway for automobile is this. This is the highway for automobile, this picture. And the maximum speed is 100 km/h for your private car. So if I want to overtake any vehicle on this road, I have right to borrow 20 to add to 100 of the maximum speed, making 120 to overtake, only to overtake. But remember that the maximum speed on the road is 100, in case you are asked an exam. Because these are simple questions, but if you are not, if it's logical, if you are not clear with it, you get it wrong. What, in case the question says, what is the maximum speed of highway for automobile? You know, that is the third hierarchy of road, highway. You know, the first road is motorway, which the maximum speed is 120. The second one is dual carriageway, which the maximum speed is 120. You don't borrow 20 to add to that 120. 120 is the highest. Nothing like 140 in Spain. Now, the highway for automobile, which is 100, I can borrow 20 to add to the 100 to make it 120, only to overtake if the person on that road is doing less than the 100 of that road. Now, the fourth road is the conventional road. Remember that we have the conventional road for 100 and we have the one of 90. The one of 90, I can borrow 20 to add 90, 110. The one of 100, I can borrow 20 to add to 100, making 120. So that is it. It's just logical that when they ask in the question to overtake, one thing you have to look is, are they the question carry that the person is doing the maximum speed already? If he's not doing the maximum speed already, that's when you can borrow the 20 to add to the maximum speed to overtake. The next one said question test 4. Test 4. Test 4, number 17. Test 4, number 17. Test 4, number 17 says, if you're pulling a trailer, that is a car that is towing a trailer, with your car on this conventional road, what speed must you not exceed? That is, they're asking you, what is the maximum speed of a car that is towing a light trailer on this type of conventional road? If you look at the conventional road is just one lane going, one lane coming, and the hard shoulder is not up to 1.5. So that conventional road is the one of 90. Now, is the one of 90 for the first group. Let me show you from the my thinking is 20 kilometers per hour only. Yeah, is added, you know, because there's one conventional road that is 100. So that conventional road peer the same place with highway for automobile. That conventional road peers the same place for highway for automobile. Let me just try to show us here. If you're watching me, look at this. Look at this. That highway for automobile and that conventional of 100, they take the same place. So adding 20 to this place, making it 120, adding 20 to this place, making it 110. The other conventional of 90. Now, the question that I'm treating now is this place. Your private car towing a light trailer is on third group. You know, we always use first group to teach. Now, these are the second group. The third group is where the car towing the light trailer. So, and they are talking about this conventional road that does not have hard shoulder, that has one lane going, one lane coming, which is always 90 for your private car. So, since in the third group, minus 10, 80, minus 10, 70. So, the answer is what? 70, because the third group of this place is what? 70. So, which means if your car is towing a light trailer, the maximum speed for that on that conventional road is 70. Are we clear? Please, if you're clear, thumb up, please. If you're clear to that, thumb up. So, test 5, number 7. Test 5, number 7. Test 5, number 7 here says, if a strong wind from the right, which side will the vehicle usually tend to move to after overtaking a lorry? From the right, when a wind is blowing from the right, it blows you to the left. Wind is blowing from the right, it takes you to the left. You understand me? So very clear. we need a snapshot of that page. Snapshot of that page. Of which page? The page on the textbook or the page on the question? The question, you have everything with you at home. You have the textbook with you, man, and you have the test with you on your phone. So you can always, anybody can uplift it on the comment section if you have it on your comment. If you can upload from the comment section, you can upload it also. So the number 7 is wind blowing you from the right. The question says a crosswind from the right. So when something is blowing you from the right, where is it blowing you to? To the left. You understand me? To the left. So it's just direct. It's a direct question. So I'm not clear with yes, Claire. We need a snapshot on the page. With snapshot, what did you on which page? Is it on the page of the? Let me just try, because I need you to get it. I need you to get it. That's the purpose why I came here. I need you to get it. So is it this you're talking about? You know, I said in your book, make the first group 1, second group, and your third group is where you have your car towing the light trailer. So it's 70. Yes, on the book. Good. Okay, I will screenshot it again and send it to our page, to our class page now. To our class page for you just to have for our class page. Let me just try to do that now, so that you can have on the class page. I sent it to the class page already. You have it on the class page already. So that's it for you. So your next question, question 5, you said number 17. I think I explained it now. Number 7 also. Number 7, good. Number 7 says, what does this vertical sign indicate? The vertical sign, test. Yeah. Sorry. Is the right test? Yes, test. Is it test? No. So test 4, test 5. Test 5. Sorry. Test 5. Yeah. Test 5. So test 5 number. Test 5 number 7. Test 5 number 7. Test 5 number 17. I've explained. Now number 17. The number 17 here says, test 5 number 17 says, how often should I look in my rear view mirror on interurban road with no traffic? Interurban road with no traffic is like 13 seconds. No traffic is an interurban road, no traffic. 10 seconds. At 10 seconds, you need to be watching it 10 seconds. Thank you, Sister Loretta, for coming on board. Thank you very much. Love you so much. Thank you, Sister. So that is it. You have to understand that you watch every 10 seconds outside town, at least. So the next person say test. Good. Please explain priority sign on red triangle on subheading 208. 208. Very good. Now, on 208, this is the sign. This is the sign. Look at these two signs. I want you to listen very well. These two signs are found on a narrow stretch of road. If this one is at one side, this one will be at the other side. This is square blue, and this is circular red. And circular red means restriction, which means it's restricting you to pass first. Remember that narrow section of road, the reason why they put two arrows, forget about the color of arrow inside it. The two arrows says on that narrow section of road, There can be two flow of traffic without no problem, but one has to wait for each other. It can't contain two cars at the same time to go side by side. You understand me? So when you get to that junction or that section of road and you are faced with the square blue, means that you have priority over the person that is faced with circular red at the other side. They call them oncoming vehicle. Oncoming, because they are coming towards you. So that person has to reverse back because I'm faced with the square blue. But when you are faced with circular red, you must not force the person who is coming from this square blue side to stop. You have to reverse for them to go because they always have priority over you. Even though you are 20 that queue on the side where this sign is, you have to allow this vehicle that are coming from this side to go first, which means if you are faced with a square blue, priority over the other side. If you are faced with a circular red, priority given to the other side. Good. Now, another question just from the book. Good. So, test 6. Test 6. Sorry. Test 6. Number. Test 6. Mr. Monday, is it test 6? You can just put test 6, 10, 15. I don't know. Is it test 6? Is it today on? Test 6. Please let me know if it's today's zone. Please let me know if it's today's zone. Just let me know if it's text 6 or number 15, 16, 17, so that I will not just run what we have. Let me just quickly go to the one of Mr. George. Test 5, number 12. Test 5, number 12. Mr. Sunday, I will still be waiting for you. Test 5, number 12. Test 5, number 12. Test 5, number 12. Please correct that. That place is now corrected. You know, because this question is not actualized before. I just have to use it. It's not, that question is not all the questions are, you understand me, are the ones that are not actualized. So that answer is wrong. You understand me? That number 12. It's not a person with a learner does not have a limit speed. It does the speed the same as your teacher. It does the same speed as everybody on the roadway. The maximum speed for that person on motorway dual carriageway is 120. On conventional road, it's 90 and 100. On built-up area, you know, it's not 80 again. They've changed the law on that. So let's correct that. That number to that yesterday test number 12. Please, let's correct that one. That is a good student. Good. Number today's test. Today's test. Very good. Today's test is test 6, which is number 10. Number 10 of today's test. Number 10, test 6, number 10 says, what does this broken line on the road indicates? The broken line on the road, this broken line is a cycle crossing. It's different from pedestrian crossing. It's a cycle crossing. You know, pedestrian can also use it. Cyclist is meant for cyclists, so it's called crossing point for cyclists. Very straightforward. Number 15. Number 15 of that same test today says, what does this sign indicate? That sign is the circular blue with arrow under a triangle red that shows that you have right of way over the person coming from the right, emerging from the right. So it's a junction at which you have right of way over the slip road. Merging is still a slip road. On the carriageway, traveling in one direction of the arrow pointing. That is it. That you have to go that you are going straight. It means that you cannot turn left, you cannot turn right because of the obligation arrow, which is the circular blue arrow, says you have to go straight. But there's a next junction where somebody is going to slip entering lane from the right side, and you have priority over the person. So that is clear. Number 23 of that place says, what does this sign mean? That is no parking under a complementary panel. Number 23, no parking under a complementary panel. It's just no that parking is forbidden on this time, 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Parking is forbidden. You understand me? Except for loading and offloading. Very simple. That question is even simple, straightforward, sir. So that's it. So no, another person says test 6 number 1. Test 6 number 1, Mr. Oscar. Test 6 number 1. Test 6 number 1 say, in an accident, how should we assist someone who is bleeding from the leg? The person who is bleeding from the leg, how should I assist that person? What you need to do is that you raise the affected limb over the heart, because the person is bleeding from the leg. I allow the person to be on a kind of position, like recovery position, and I lift the leg up. Like if you go to hospital and somebody is bleeding from the leg, they will raise up the leg side, because so that you won't miss blood, so that the blood will flow into the heart than flowing out of the heart. That is what they elevate the foot part. So please, if you're joining us, please help us to like There's a button. There's a like button. Don't just watch like. There's a like button. Does not take you anything. Like the video. Please help us to like. We only have 3 people that like when we're watching. A lot of numbers that are watching. Please try. If you're watching, you have to like. Take time to like. And again, you can call in. If you can call in 620-586-038 for any question you want to ask. For likely or experience in exam, you've been to exam before and you have one experience in the order that can help people. Please, you can call. Oh, thank you, Laura, for coming on board. Thank you. That's my first time. Yeah, good. Subscribe to our page. We are always here most time. Just subscribe on it and like on it. This is the first time we are explaining. What we are doing here is that we are trying to break the backbone of the exam for as many that are going for English. So we are breaking the likely question in exam. This is the forum where people ask questions and we take time to explain live video. And you can call us live, because some people will say you are not live. We are live. You can call 620-586 for us to explain to you. So you join us, just continue. We are treating some of the likely tests in the class, because we have our class online, which if anybody is interested to be part of our students, what you just need to do is to call me, and I will tell you the rudiments, and we'll post the material to you. We'll give you the material. We'll lecture, we guide until you pass. We have no expiring time, like the way some other people does that 3 months, 6 months. We have to stand with you until you pass. So you have to put your best, and we follow up. You ask question, and we do it for you. So thank you for that. So any other question from anybody? Any other question? You can call in 620-586. If you can't type, maybe you have a typing problem with your keyboard. Now, a question comes from Sister Joanna, says, test 5, question 15. Test 5, question 15. Test 5, question 15. Question 15 of test 5. Question 15 of test 5 says, if the rear wheel of your front wheel drive of the vehicle lose traction means that it lose grip on the roadway, it's skid, what should you do? The front of your car lose grip. The front, look at it. Let me just explain something to you. with just a something. Now this is a car. Imagine that this is a car, and this car, now imagine this is a road. This is a car driving on this road. The car is driving on this road. Now look at this car is driving on this road, and this is the front of the car, and this is the back of the car. Now this car, the front, loses grip and it wants to come out from this bridge. The front tire just turned to the right, want to come out from this bridge. What did you do? You turn the steering to the opposite direction to call the steering back, to call the front tire. So in skidding, if front wheel skid to the left, you turn the steering to the right. Or if you skid to the right, you turn the steering to the left. So which means when a skidding or loss of adherence on the roadway happens to the front wheel, you turn, you correct to the opposite direction of that skid. But when it happens to the rear part of the vehicle, the rear wheel, you turn to the same direction, which means if the back tire, let me use the layman English, the back tire now skid to the right, I will turn the same steering to the right. You understand me? To be able to stay well. Because if you don't know how to correct skid, like this question comes in exam, the front skid and the rear skid, the front skid and the rear skid, the front skid and the rear skid, and it can be found in our textbook on subheading 372. 372, just note that on 372. So if you go to subheading 372 of our subheading in the book, you will realize where they explain properly about the skid. 372. 372. Let me just 372. Look at it here. 372. When you have skid at the front wheel, the front tire, you turn to the opposite direction. When you have skid at the rear tire, you turn to the same direction. It comes in exam. Just have to understand. It's very simple, logical. Are you getting me, ma? Do you get it, ma? Please, if you get it right, thumb up, please. If you get it clear, thumb up. Please, thumb up. Thumb up. If it's clear, please thumb up. Thank you, King Solo. Thank you, King Solo. You can also call in on 620-586-038. Let me just drop the number for us to see. You can also call in 620-586-038. 038. If you are live with us, you can call us in on the same number, on that number. And after the lecture, if you feel like being our student, or you're watching this lecture after the live video and you want to ask inquiry about what is going on, we are here to attend to you. Now, a caller is calling in. Let me just try to listen to this caller. Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Hello. Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
We bless God, sir.
I want to ask one of that question again. You know, I sent a message yesterday, but the message, I know you couldn't reply the message, but through voicemail. But all I want to ask is that this, with the photo, the black and white copy, can we change it to color, sir? I don't want to know. I don't know the reason why before you normally say color.
Sir, because I want to give as much text as possible. This is another material, and the material is one of our old material, but it has some questions that are still going on in exam. So, and the material is not available again. I have it in color before, but I gave one student that has traveled out to UK and is nowhere to find. So I went to check my archive and I got the photocopy down on my system. So I have to print it out because I have to sit down and try to connect all the likely questions in the exam. So I can't get it in color for now, and it's not in the system. Even the company that sells it, they don't have it again. You understand? But some questions are still there in exam. So what we are treating is those likely questions are there. The one meant for us, the one that are not meant for us, we leave it. You understand?
Yeah, I understand. Yes.
Okay, sir.
I understand. The reason why I'm asking is just because like the first, second, third, fourth, fifth that we did, I really find it very difficult.
Yeah, you find it very difficult because you are not used to the black and white, sir. But that is why I take time to tell us. You know, if you are a student that has been studying the book very well, some of the color you are expecting me to tell you might give you the answer. You understand me? That was why sometimes I want students to crack brain. Like yesterday, one student from the class asked to ask me that so I have to now ask. I'm waiting for people to ask sometimes, but I realize that if I tell you that this is no parking, I'm giving you the answer already.
It's the answer, but it is nice when you don't answer, because immediately you said it. There's no need for you to tell the answer.
There's no how when a question comes and say, what does this sign indicate? You understand me? And explain the picture the way I teach with my pattern of teaching will make you to get it clear. You understand me? I'm not testing anybody whether you get 2, you get 5, you get 30. What I'm after is for people to get it so that when we solve one problem, we know that when you encounter this problem in the exam, it won't be a problem again, because as many people that will be in the exam, you are having different 30 questions. Are you getting me? When you when you go to the exam, if you are 100 in the classroom, everybody does not do the same question. It might sound the same, but the one question can be reproduced in 20 ways.
Yeah.
Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
So that is what that is. So please bear with me, because it's part of the material I have to use. And
no, that's the reason why I don't have any problem with that. I just want to ask so that I have to be clear.
And in exam, you won't see black and white. You understand me? It's just because I did it. I printed it out in black and white, because printing it out in colored will I didn't get it in colored again. And the person who have that material, I've been drawing. I borrowed the person to go and do exam. You understand me? So, and he didn't return it till now. So, and they don't have it again in the. So I have to keep this, because I know that it has some good question in exam, and it's very, very important when you embrace it rightly.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So another student brought question. So question test 4, question 1. Test 4, question 1. Test 4, question 1 says, what do the yellow road marking on the carriageway indicates? The yellow road marking. The yellow road marking, though it's not clear here, but you see a solid line, means that what they are talking about. Let me just show you from our manual. The yellow road marking here is this yellow line, which is marked continuous yellow, which means you cannot park, you cannot stop. Look at this. This is what the question is talking about. This yellow line. If you go and look at where you have your dustbin baskets on your streets, the yellow line is there. It means that you can't park in front of the dustbin place, so that if the truck that will pick the dustbin comes, it will be able to conveniently pick the dustbin away. So parking in front of the dustbin might, is a sanction, something like that. So that's when you have that line on the ground in any place where they put the line, means that no parking, no stopping. When you have it broken, let me use this to explain. When you have it broken, means that no parking, but you can stop. When you have it zigzag, no parking, but you can stop, and it can also be a bus stop or a place for loading and offloading. Are we clear? Are we clear? Any more question? You can call in. You say we are live. You can call in on 620-586-038. And if you're watching the video and you want to be our student, you can also call on the same time, on the same number, 620-586-038. And we give room for at least any student that wants to see how it goes. Most of us will like, now let me see how it goes before I will decide. We give 1 week for any student that wants to be in our class, online class. And distance is not a barrier. We have students from different parts of the world. And what is important is your teacher. Note that your teacher is available 24 hours to solve any problem which you are going to encounter. So, and we are there to explain all the modalities of tests and the questions which you are going to meet in exam. So we stand behind you to make you pass, and we are available. And we discourage as many people that encourage you to go for exam malpractice, to pay someone to do it. It's against the law. You lose your residence. Don't allow people to cajole you. There's a student that called me yesterday and said, somebody said, you don't need to waste your time to go to school. You pay somebody in the state I don't want to mention online. You pay this person so amount and the person go and do it. No, let me just tell you, sister, don't do it. If it takes you 6 months to get it, keep going. That is why I gave you a length that until you pass. The more you play with it, the more you get used to it. The more you play with it, the more you get used to it. The more you ask questions, the more you understand. So very, very important. Test 7. So we've not done test 7. We are still on test 6 today. There's no test 7. Test 7 is coming. Test 7 is coming on Monday. We are still on test 6. So I don't know where you see test 7, sir. There's not like 37. So that is it. So and again, please tell people, let people understand that something like this is going on. Share with people what the major problem that we black in Spain have is that we don't share good information. Please, let's tell people it's happening, and it's possible. It can be convenient from your class, from your house. Now, test 6, number 28. Test 6, number 28. Test 6, 28. Test 628 says, Test 628 says, due to the dense fog, this vehicle has turned on the front and the rear fog lights, as well as the deep headlights. Do you think this is correct? Yes, dense fog. That is, the road is, you can't have a clear visibility again because of the foggy. So that person needs to use the front fog and the rear fog. The purpose of the rear fog is to make him more visible in that dense fog. Dense fog means that the road is not even clear again. So it's right. Number test 6, number 28. That is just what I explained now. Test 628. Test 628. I'm talking about Brother Oscar that say test 725 because I've not done test 7. Test 7 is coming on Monday. So test 628. So please, we are available. We are available anytime, any day. Help us to share with friends. Help us to tell them we are available to make you pass. We are available to make you pass. We are available to make you pass, and it is possible. It is possible. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for very much as many people that comes on board today. I really appreciate you, and the sister that comes new, Laura baby. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you, Sister Johannes. Thank you, King Solo. Thank you, Brother Oscar. Thank you, as many people. Thank you, Abubakar. Thank you, Sister Mildred. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please, if you are having date for exam already, please, if you have a lot of places to explain, inbox me privately. If it's going to be in the night, I can come up personally with you in the night. The vision is for you to pass. If your exam is closer and you have some things that are more that you want to just share, you want me to explain, please don't be shy. Don't be shy. Anybody, don't be shy. If you can't take it to that general page, let me just make it for us now. Inbox me personally. If I don't see it, inbox me personally or call me and tell me that you've inboxed me something. You understand me? Because a message comes into my phone often. So please inbox me and tell me. Most especially, you can call me anything 12 o'clock in the night or 11 o'clock in the night so that I can be able to attend to you very well because I want you to pass. Because it's very important. It's very important for pass because people are waiting to see your positive results. As you are seeing those people that are celebrating, I want to celebrate. I'm having a lot of gifts from a lot of people, a lot of gifts. Somebody posted a big gift to my house, just asked my address and posted, said, "Teacher, no, thank you for this." And I said, wow. When I saw it, I opened it, I said, "Where did you get this money?" Upon paying me, you paid me. He said, "No." I called, he said, "No, I paid you for the service, but you gave something that's unbelievable that I've been wanting for 5 years." So and the person now told me the result that I've paid somebody to go and do exam for me, 1,000 euro, but the person had a problem. So what I will tell you is, please, let's try to use this period to get what we need. It is possible. Still, I am still waiting for my gifts. I have to send you gifts. Oh, sorry. Anytime you come to Madrid, let me know. Or tell me someone who I can drop it with in Madrid. Yes, sir. So no problem, Sister Loretta. So Thank you very much, as many people that joined today. Sister Loretta, I really appreciate you. That's one of our host students. Host Student Association. Thank you very much. And thank you very much. Thank you very much, as many people that joined. Remember, help us to tell people. If you don't share the information, they will not get that something like this is going on. Please, that was why we linked it up to Facebook for as many people that watch. You know, our people prefer watching on video than watching something that can upgrade them. So please try to tell people as much people for us, let people know that yes, we are making it real and it is possible. The theory is the backbone. When you break the theory, calm down, the practical is yours. It's very easy. So tell people, and we are live. I remain Steve, and my number is 620-586-038. If you have any problem, even though if you are not a student and you want me to explain things to you, I'm available to make you pass. We are available. And if you want to join us as a student, call us on the same time, same number. We'll explain how you go about it. We have our own group where we teach and where we follow up daily, and we make things happen. Thank you very much for joining us, and God bless you. And if my student, please take it to the page. Try to help me to copy the link to the page for the benefit of those that are not, that are working, that cannot be here. So thank you very much as I come your way again next week, Saturday. God bless you. See you. Bye. Bye.